we will be discussing about the directives, keywords. The major problem with mains answer writing or general essay answer writing also, the keywords. So, for the keyword for the directive, which is also called as directive, for the directive, how our approach should be there. Yesterday I provided you the just an information how to write for directives. Today I will be explaining on those directives. Like for example, discuss means what we have to write, critically evaluate means what we have to write, critically examine means what we have to write, enumerate means what we have to write, illustrate means what we have to write. So these all things I will be explaining in this particular session. Keywords for mains answer writing. Keywords. Thus, that interpretation of that word itself will play a major role. People will think that the question which is asked in a sentence formation, and there will be a keyword here, and there will be a keyword. So everything is according to this keyword. Like it might be discuss, it might be comment, it might be evaluate, it might be substantiate, it might be anything. So for the statement we have to have a discussion, for the statement we need to have a comment, for the statement we need to have evaluation, for a statement we need to have substantiate. So this statement we will give importance for this statement, but more than the statement, that keyword is important. How you interpret the keyword, how you understand the keyword, you can write a better answer for this statement. So when we are discussing how this statement I have to interpret it, when you are commenting how you have to interpret this statement, when you are evaluating how you are interpreting this statement, when you are substantiating how you are interpreting your answer. So with respect to the statement, the keyword will play a major role. Likewise, nearly 40 keywords are there, 40 keywords. Discuss, evaluate, substantiate, illustrate, enumerate, explain. So every keyword, every directive have a specific meaning. Every directive have a specific meaning. What are that? One by one we will be discussing, starting with number 1. Define. Sometimes direct question might be there. Define culture. Define culture and civilization. Define society. Define marriage. Define family. Define Indian society. So what we have to write the answer? Define means just a universal statement. What is the meaning of definition? Means a universal statement is called as definition. So definition we will use for those statements which are universally valid. Spatially, temporally. Means in different geographies, if I fit this statement, it should be valid. And in different times also, if I fit this statement, it should be properly appropriate. That particular statement is called as definition. So if there is a define, what you have to write? Outline the precise meaning of the term being referred. If you don't have a crisp, clear and packed definition, then it will be hard for you to score in this question. Why? Because the question itself is define. So for some topics compulsory you need to know the definitions, like define culture, define civilization, define society, define marriage. Those definitions you have to learn. The first keyword is define. From very simple directives to complex directives I will be going. The simple directive is define. If the definition is contested, then make sure you mention that. Mentioning examples to make it clear to the examiner always helps. So you give the definition of definition, define, give the definition, then give an example proving the definition. For example, culture. When you are talking about the culture is a complex whole which is a combination of beliefs, systems, practices, religion, language, customs, traditions, etc. So culture is nothing but a Hindu culture, whereby there are traditions, there are culture. This is one of the examples. So for any question like define, give the definition and give an example. Give the definition, give an example. Give a statement and give an example. That is called as define. Define. Second is describe. When the question is describe, for example, describe triple talaq. Describe triple talaq. Describe indigenous defense equipment. Describe the solution for judicial reforms. So you have to write about the judicial reforms individual point wise, or you have to enumerate the point wise, enumerate the judicial reforms, but the question is describe. So every judicial reform which you enumerated in the list form, in a listed form, one heading you have to give, side heading you have to give and explain it, elaborate it. Each side heading should be an elaboration, that is called as describe. When describing something, you must provide thorough insight into the main characteristic of the topic in a very objective manner. Example, when asked to describe a policy, describe tribal policy, describe national health policy, describe national rural health mission, describe national urban health mission, describe Ayushman Bharat, describe about Prime Minister Kisan. So everything which are part of Kisan program, everything part of national health policy, everything with respect to national rural health mission, everything part of national urban health mission, you have to describe, description. You simply have to list the main issues it tries to address and the salient features ideally doesn't want you to, means just you explain, in detail explanation. Describe means in detail explanation of the topic given is called as describe. No opinion required, remember this, no opinion required, no criticism required, no your view is required. What is fact? That is the reason I used the word called as objective manner. What is objective manner? Objective manner means scientific, to the point, factual information, to the point. This is what describe means. This is what describe means. Elaborate. Third is elaborate. So first we understood define. When they asked about define, you have to define the statement. When they ask about describe, you have to describe it in detail, in an objective manner, without any prejudices, without any judgment, without any your view, without any person's view, your own, means the concept as it is objectively you have to explain. That is called as describe. Third is elaborate. You have to elaborate it. National health policy, elaborate it. Ayushman Bharat, elaborate it. Means each and every nuances, this minute of the details which are present in that policy, minute of the details which are present in that scheme, in detail you have to give the explanation for elaborate. Elaborate description. Describe means just you are going to give the describe, but elaborate means you are going inside. Each and every aspect you have to cover, that is called as elaborate. You are required to provide a lot of detail and information on a topic or argument. Although individuals within a representative democracy possess rights, allowing them to lobby parliamentarians and governments concerning pertinent issues, a collective approach can often exert more powerful pressure on decision makers, as well as consolidating a range of similar ideas and opinions into a cohesive format. Elaborate. 2013 question. So the same statement you have to explain in detail. The same statement you have to explain it. You can take an example, you can take a hypothetical example, you can take a real example, what happened, and you have to prove. You should not prove it, you should explain it. What is the statement as it is in this way, the description. Clear-cut description is called as elaborate. You are expected to discuss in detail with examples and arguments on the idea of pressure groups, lobbying in particular. So you have to discuss, you have to explain in detail, that is the meaning of elaborate. Elaborate, explaining the concept with an example. With a proper example you are explaining it, that is called as elaborate. Explain, explanation. Expect basically to clarify a topic. For example, if I tell like this, if I am teaching one topic, for example, I am teaching you a topic on ethnic conflicts or ethnicity. I am explaining on ethnic conflicts. You didn't understood. I asked the students, if anyone have any doubts, then one student will ask me, sir, please once again explain me. He will tell that, sir, once again explain me, means what? The same concept I have to explain in detail. Explain means nothing but the description in detail is called as explanation. Explain questions expect you to basically clarify a topic. When answering such questions, it helps to imagine you are writing for someone who knows absolutely nothing. He is asking me doubt. Means I have to presume that that person knows nothing, because of which he is asking me doubt. That is the reason he asked me that, sir, please once again explain it. So I have to presume that he don't know nothing. So from beginning to end, I have to explain. Historical to today. So explanation means what? Historical details also should be present, means from birth to death. From birth to today, you have to explain. That is called as explanation. Are you getting? So explanation means in detail, from birth to death, simple explanation. A person who asked me a doubt. When my student is asking me a doubt, means I have to presume that he don't know nothing, absolutely nothing. So when I am explaining, whether I explain historically, he will understand, or like this, immediately if I explain, he will understand. Historically, I have to explain. So the explanation should be historical. It helps to imagine you are writing for someone who knows absolutely nothing of the subject. And remember two things: to provide as much as detail as possible and to give definitions for any jargon or key terms when used. Keep in mind any what, how, why, what is the topic, how is the topic, why is the topic. Remember why, what, how. So when you are explaining, remember why, what, how. If these three are covered, you are explaining properly. Your answer is correct. Why this topic, how this topic, what for this topic. Explain. Again I am repeating. First we discussed about define, second we discussed about describe, third we discussed about elaborate, fourth we discussed about explain. Difference is there. Define is a definition, proving with an example. Describe means description in detail, each and every nuances of that particular question is covered. Elaborate, with example you are proving it, elaborating. Fourth is explain, in detail from A to Z, mainly historical point of view. A to Z is called as explain, explanation. Explore, explore, for example. Explore scientific policy of India. Explore national science policy. Explore Chandrayaan. Explore national defense policy. Explore farmers law, why it was been repealed. Explore means we have to write the analysis. Exploration, when we are exploring, we will understand each and every part as well as positives and negatives. Positives and negatives. Explore means we have to mention each and every part of the answer with the positives and negatives. Up to now we didn't wrote negatives or positives, just we were been explaining. Now we are making a distinction. What are the positives? What are the negatives? That is explore. I will give an example also. Needless to say, your answer must be exploratory, and that it is imperative that you adopt a questioning approach when answering such questions. Because of the exploratory nature of such essays, objectivity is key. That is, you should give an overview of all viewpoints before providing any of your own arguments. A somewhat detached, dispassionate tone can be particularly effective in contrast to the more assertive, argumentative tone you might adopt for other types of essay questions. Just remember that the key objective here is to give a nuanced account of a research topic or argument by examining its composite parts. Explore. We are exploring the question. We are exploring the statement. In detail explanation, each and every part is covered with positives and negatives. And you are not allowed to give your judgment. You have to remember this. In explore, you are not allowed to give your judgment. You are just made to be examined. You are just made to be examined. He is, for example, explore. I will explore whether he got COVID-19 or not. Examine whether I will examine whether he got COVID-19 or not. Diagnose. I will check whether he got COVID-19 or not. But I am not entitled to give treatment. Like a diagnostic center. Explore is diagnostic center. Examine is diagnostic center. I will only diagnose. I will give whether he got COVID-19 or not. Then I will give the report. This is what. He doesn't have COVID-19. Treatment, or whether if he doesn't have COVID-19 also, if any doctor is giving medicine, it's up to them. My duty is only giving the report. Positives, negatives. Explore, examine, both are same. We are exploring in detail, we are analyzing it, we are going deeper into the subject. When we are going deeper into the subject, positives will be there, negatives will be. Clarify, elucidate, this is very important, very interesting also. Elucidate is nothing but same like explanation only. Elucidate is same like explanation only, but whatever the statement you are explaining, whatever the statement you are describing, elucidate means you have to prove it with evidence. Example. Elucidate means you have to prove it with an example. Evidence based approach is elucidate. Evidence based approach is, for example, Prime Minister Kisan is providing direct money to the farmers for the sake of agriculture investment. So in this, when you are writing about elucidate with an example, I know one farmer, a farmer from Bihar who doesn't have any investment. So his land used to be dried off, but now because of Prime Minister Kisan program, the investment is provided by the government, because of which he is now buying high yielding variety seeds. Now he is having very good crop. So the same, what is Prime Minister Kisan? I am explaining the same, but with one of the examples. That is elucidate. That is elucidate. This means to provide insight into a subject and quite literally provide clarification. For example, this would be done by making an argument or topic more clear by explaining it in simpler terms. In several of the questions where the examiners use this directive, they present us with a cause-effect linkage asking us to elucidate. In such cases, we have to basically bring out the linkage more clearly, citing evidence, citing examples. So elucidate means you have to fix in your mind that it should be an evidence-based answer, it is an example-based answer. In a elucidate directive, if you don't mention example, if you don't mention any factual information, if you don't provide any evidence, your answer is wrong. Means incomplete. For example, the self-help group bank linkage program, which is India's own innovation, has proved to be one of the most effective poverty alleviation and women empowerment program. Elucidate. Take one example. Kutumbasri of Kerala, a self-help group program where women empowerment with bank linkage. Loans are provided by the banks, which is used by the self-help group, so that they are becoming self-developed. They are having their own self-employment, and the result is self-empowerment, women empowerment, literacy rate increased, financial freedom they got. 2018 question, I am proving with one of the question. Globalization is generally said to promote cultural homogenization. English language everywhere, cultural homogenization. But due to this cultural specificity appear to be strengthening in the Indian society. This cultural specificity of English language is strengthening the Indian society, but Indian society is getting strengthened because a unityness is coming among them. The people are having unity at least because of speaking in English. 2018 Indian society question from GS1. State. Some questions will be state. State the theory of Karl Marx on dialectical materialism. State the theory of Malthusian theory on population. State Amartya Sen's theory on economics. State Amartya Sen's theory on demographic transition. What is his state? Just throw a light on, give some information. This state word will be mainly for approaches, mainly for theories. The state question will not be for everyone, for everything. The state questions will be mainly for the approaches, mainly for the theories. For example, state universal immunization program. So explain more about universal immunization program. State national population policy approach of 1976. What is the national population policy approach of 1976 is involuntary sterilization, forceful sterilization. So we are giving information to the public. We are giving information on our paper. We are writing the answer about that particular theory, that particular statement. I am giving the information. So just providing the information is called as state. Just providing the information is called as state. Throw light on. To specify in clear terms the key aspects pertaining to topic without being overly descriptive, refer to evidence and examples where appropriate. Throw light on the significance of thoughts of Mahatma Gandhi. In the present times, I told you, throw light on contemporary relevance of caste system, state caste system in India, throw light on future of caste system in India, throw light on caste mobility, throw light on religious mobility, throw light on evangelization. Start with a line like Gandhi is regarded as the greatest Indian since Gautama Buddha and the greatest man since Jesus. Elaborate on the following writings, 1-2 lines, everything. What he told on truth, what he told on ahimsa, what he told on satyagraha, what he told on swaraj, what he told on dharma, what he told on trusteeship model, what he told on Ram Raj, what he told on Sarvodaya and Antyodaya. Each information I am providing you. So this type of state and throw light will be for answers of approach and theories. Write theory on Karl Marx, lot of theories he gave, lot of information he gave. So each and every information we have to elaborate it. We have to explain it. That is throw light on, state, explaining about it. Identify. Identify is also a regular question. Identify, questions that require you to identify something in relation to a topic or argument, require you to point out and describe the main ideas in a short and coherent way. What is the significance of industrial corridors in India? Identifying industrial corridors, explain their main characteristics. What is this? You are expected to identify the particular issue that is asked for in the question, that is industrial corridor location. Sticking to the keyword is of utmost significance. Identifying. Or there is a question that like this. Land alienation is a big problem which is faced by the Indian tribals. Identify the areas where there is land alienation rampant. So mention the areas, geographical areas where there is land alienation of the tribal population with some examples. So we have to pinpoint it. Identify it means pinpoint it. For example, identify the principles which are present in the basic structure doctrine of the constitution. Identify those. Secularism, republicanism, democracy, parliamentary form of democracy. These all are basic structure doctrine. We are identifying those. So we are identifying those and we are mentioning in our answer. So to the point we have to identify it. Natural resources are key for the development of any country. Identify the oil resources in India. Identify. So where the oil resources are present in India? In Mumbai, in Assam region, now in Krishna Godavari basin. So the question is about identify. That particular issue we have to focus more. Where it is geographically present, or write about secularism, write about parliamentary form of democracy. Only that we have to emphasize, nothing, no statement. Only that identify means identify we have to remember. In your CSAT or in your GS, how you will remember when the question is asked whether it is only or not correct, how we will be careful in our prelims test. Here also we have to be careful with respect to the keyword also. So when you are writing any answer, first find the keyword. What is the keyword? The keyword is here identify. First you underline it in your question paper. When you underline it, you will not forget. Oh, I have to focus on identify. Demonstrate. Substantiate. If there is a question, demonstrate, substantiate. See, demonstration is nothing. Demonstrate means explanatory. Demonstrate is nothing but prove the statement with an evidence, substantiating it. Demonstrate and substantiate both are the same. We are demonstrating it with an evidence. We are demonstrating with an example. We are demonstrating with a factual evidence. Secularism is a threat to the constitutional principle of India. Substantiate it. No. No, see, it's not that, again, it's not that whatever the statement which is given in the question, we have to support it. It might be the wrong statement. He want to test your IQ, intelligent quotient. No. So we will think that whatever the statement given, I have to substantiate it. So they asked the question means I have to substantiate. It's not like that. Substantiate the truth. Substantiate the reality. Substantiate the rationality statement, which is a real statement. So I will mention no. Why? From our ancient India, we have secularism. In our ancient India, we have Sarvadharma Samabhava. In our medieval India, under the Mughal dynasty, we have Dini Ilahi, where all the religions are equal before the eyes of Sultan. In the constitution, we have Article 25, 26, 27, 28, which talks about secularism. So hence, the given statement is wrong. So in history also we have evidence Sarva Dharma Samabhava. In medieval also it is wrong. Why? Because we have Din Ilahi. In the modern India also it is wrong. Why? Because it is present in our constitution. In today's India also it is not allowed. Why? Because Jamuna, Yamuna, Ganga, Jamuna, Tehjeeb. Ganga, Jamuna, Tehjeeb. Hindu, Muslim, bye bye. The key to tackling demonstrate questions is to use several examples, evidence and logical arguments. Essentially, you are required to show how a particular research topic or argument is valid by using evidence and arguments to support your claim. You have to build a strong case. Similarly, substantiate require you to substantiate already proven point and not debating between the various points. Women's movement in India has not addressed the issues of women of lower social status. Substantiate it. True. For example, Indian society question is this. For example, all the women leaders in women organizations are headed by upper caste women. All the women. Ela Bhatt, who is famous for women self-help groups, Ela Bhatt itself is an upper caste woman. So, all the movements, yes, women associations were been there, women are working, but they are working for the aspirations of upper caste women. And for example, the leaders are from upper caste. So, substantiate it. Sometimes this statement might be correct or sometimes this statement might be wrong. So, you have to take the stand which is true. Demonstrate or substantiate with examples, with evidences, not one. Remember this. When the direct question is with respect to substantiate or when the direct question is with respect to demonstrate, take two examples. When you take two examples for this directive, if you take substantiate or if you for this directive, if you take the demonstrate, that you have to remember that the answer should be more strong. When the answer will become more strong, when you have more examples. Enumerate is also with an enumerate, but enumerate means what? Listing. English meaning of enumerate means listing down. For example, enumerate the characteristics of caste. Enumerate the characteristics of caste. Enumerate the characteristics by which we can tell that India is unity in diversity. Enumerate the diverse elements which are present in Indian society. Enumerate the geographical points which will prove that yes, India is a diverse, geographically diverse. You will tell we have Northeast India, we have Western Ghats, we have desert. In Rajasthan, we have Himalayan mountains. So, different diverse we have. Enumerate blindly, point wise you have to write. Enumerate point wise, see here. Specifically asking you to provide details in point wise format. This is what, point wise, enumerate. Point wise format. Enumerate the provisions of RTI bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are all the provisions of the RTI bill? You have to mention. You are expected to list the provisions, but you should also deal with the analysis aspect of it, how each provision addresses a particular dimension of transparency, accountability. With respect to 10 mark, again your skill will come. Whether it is 10 mark or whether it is 12.5 marks or it is 15 mark or 20 mark. If it is 20 mark, only enumerate point wise. 12.5, 15 points, explain that points. Explain the points. If it is 20 marker, explain with examples. So, marks also will tell us how to write an answer. Enumerate, listing down the points. Estimate, measurement of positive and negative of an idea. It doesn't show exact situation. No conclusion is written in this type of question. Remember this, estimate. Estimate the condition of secularism in India. Estimate the condition of secularism in India. Secularism is strong, write the points. Secularism is weak, write the points and examples, but don't give your conclusion. No opinion, no conclusion. No way forward. Answer is only giving positives and negatives. That's it. Estimate. I am estimating. See, I am a builder. You want to construct an house. You came near me. I have 150 square yards of land. I want to construct an house. Can you tell me the estimate? What you will tell? Estimate only, no? What you will tell? Give me the estimate. Give me the estimate. If you go to a computer shop, You want to buy a laptop, you want to buy a desktop, whether you will ask for estimation or not. He will give estimation. Whether he will decide your opinion or just he will give the information. He will give the information. You are the person who will take the decision whether to buy the computer or laptop, but this person will give you estimation. So here also estimate means I have to give you the information. The information should be positive and negative. This is a good laptop, this is bad laptop. These are the specifications of this laptop, these are the specifications of bad laptop. So both laptops estimations I put forward. This is lower cost because it's bad, it is higher cost, it is because of good. So whether I will take the opinion or you will take the opinion. The reader will take the opinion. So estimate means while writing your answer, you have to provide only the information. Positive information and negative information, but not the conclusion. The conclusion the reader will take. The conclusion the other person will take, that is estimate. Estimate. No conclusion is written in this type. Illustrate. Illustrate. Illustrate is nothing but explaining with examples. Blind. Illustrate is nothing but explaining with examples. Such an answer will generally involve the use of many examples. Many examples, such as tables, figures, graphs, concrete research statistics and evidence. The aim is to use these examples to demonstrate knowledge of the subject of the question and to further explain or clarify your answer. What is meant by conflict of interest in ethics? Illustrate with examples the difference between the actual and potential conflict of interest. Whatever may be the answer, you know conflict of interest, there will be public interest, there will be private interest. There is a public interest, private interest. Public interest where I am not involved, the people at the large. Private interest when I am involved or my family is involved, then there will be a private interest. Illustrate with examples. So, one public interest example, one private interest example, one potential conflict, another actual conflict. What is actual conflict? When my son is involved and I am the judge who should give the judgment. Actual conflict of interest. My son's friend is involved. My son's friend is involved and my son is trying to influence me. Potential conflict of interest. There is a chance of conflict of interest, but not 100%. Why? Because he is not directly linked to me, so I might be neutral. So there is a potential conflict of interest, but not actual conflict of interest. But if my son is involved, there will be actual conflict of interest. How I am proving? Now you understood when I took examples. So that is illustrate. Got it, Karthikeyan? Communalism arises either due to power struggle or relative deprivation. Argue by giving suitable illustrations. In both the questions, you have to quote examples to explain your points. Examples of how power struggle has aided communalism and how relative deprivation has aided communalism. Illustrate with example. Outline, just to give information. Outline answer requires you present an organized description of a topic or argument. It is imperative that you provide the main points only and any important supplementary information. As opposed to focusing on the minor details, remember to present your answer in a systematic and a coherent way. Outline means Forest Rights Act. Today newspaper in editorial there is a Forest Rights Act 2006. Write the outline of Forest Rights Act. 2 points are very important. 2 points are very, very important. Minor forest produce, the owner of the minor forest produce in the forest area is scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers who are recognized by the Grama Sabha, number 1. Number 2, maximum 4 hectares of land for the tribals who are proving that they are living for since 3 generations on that forest area, they will become the owners of the forest land. These are the 2 points. Outline. Explain these 2 points. Not all points. So what are the major points? What is the major requirement points? That you have to emphasize. That is called as outline. In a systematic way. In a systematic, like a diagrammatic expression or a flow chart form or a schematic diagram, that is outline. Summarize. Summarize. For big topics, the question will be summarized. Like, Summarize nuclear policy of India since independence. Summarize science and technology policy of India since independence. Summarize British rule in India. Summarize, we cannot see, if we write summarizing the nuclear policy of India, we summarizing the science and technology policy of India, when we write about the British rule in India, it will take 20 pages, 30 pages. Summarize means major events. Major events only we have to emphasize upon. For that type of statements only there will be, again, keyword will not be random. As per their wish, they will not give the keyword. The keyword will be accordingly. Summarize. When you are asked to summarize or present a summary of a topic, you should give a condensed form. Condensed form of its main points or facts. You must omit all minor details and focus mainly on the key facts. As a result, summaries are typically brief. It can be brief, it can be summarized. Brief and straight to the point. The key is to get all the main facts across the reader in as punchy and succinct a manner as possible. We will tell. Battle of Buxar, Battle of Plassey, 1857, 1909, 1919, 1935, and NCM, CDM, QI, Quit India Movement, finish. Indian Independence Act of 1940, done. Main. We mentioned the laws which are made in order to consolidate the empire, and the national freedom movement also we mentioned. National NCM, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, Quit India movement. We have to summarize means main only we have to emphasize. So summarizing or brief, major points need to be covered. But outlines are, outline means only few points, very few points. Summarize means little bit more points. Compare, very interesting, compare. Compare is very interesting. Like, compare culture and civilization. 2020 essay question it is. Compare culture and civilization. Compare national policy on agriculture of India and Mexico. Compare investment policy of India and China. Compare cess of India and China. Comparison. Economy means comparison. Economy means comparison. Compare. GST questions will be there here. When asked to compare, you must identify any similarities between the two or more subjects of discussion. You can go beyond making a basic comparison by trying to understand the roots of the similarities you identify as well as their significance. Furthermore, you may also want to emphasize any differences, although the focus of your essay should be on establishing similarities. A question on comparing various land revenue systems in British India is land revenue system, Raitwari system, Jamindari system, Mahalwari system. Comparison. A table you will make comparisons. You can understand when there is a keyword compare, you know what to write. Contrast. From now onwards, negatives will come. Contrast. Contrast is also differences. Contrasting ideas means that person's idea and this person's idea is different. Contrasting ideas means a difference in opinions. A contrast question expects you to identify differences, not similarities. It can be similarities and differences. Similarities and differences. Similarities and contrast. But contrast means only negatives, differences. Contrast you have to emphasize only on differences. Compare, it can be similarities, it can be differences also. A contrast question expects you to identify differences, not similarities between subjects. What are the main dissimilarities between two or more subjects? What sets them apart? These are the general questions that you must keep in mind when addressing contrast questions. So, contrast is nothing but differences. Contrast is nothing but differences. Comparison is nothing but similarities and differences. Differentiate, contrast. Differentiate it from it. So, I am not talking about differences, understand this. How it is different from this? How India is different from China? Democracy, communist. Single party rule, multi party rule. All the decisions are taken by the consensus of one political politburo. Here the decisions are taken by the Council of Ministers. Here there is only one party elections will happen, here multi-party elections will happen. So how it is different, not difference between India and China, how it is different from this. Bring out the difference, how Indian concept of secularism is different from the Western model of best example. Western model of secularism, state is separate from church. Indian form of secularism is India is part of church, means India is part of religion. The state is part of religion. State should see all the religions equally, but Western model is don't see the religion only. How it is different from that? How it is different from that? Differentiate means how it is different from this. How uniform civil code is different from personal law. How uniform civil code is different from personal law. It will promote unity, it will promote equality, it will promote simplicity. The judicial judgments will become easy. If not, the judicial judgments will become more complex. Why? Because a case came of a Muslim person, I have to open the personal law book. If a case come from Hindu or a Christian, again I have to open separate law book. If only one is there, it's becoming easy. So the judiciary also will have certainty. The judgments will be certain judgments. So how it is different? How it is different from that is called as differentiate. This is a tricky question in the sense it wants to comparative analysis. At the same time ask you to deep dive into by asking you to discuss, go through the approach, parts of it can be captured in a tabular format. Secularism broadly refers to separation of religion from state and its confinement to the private sphere. It's a Western culture construct whose roots can be traced back to the Treaty of Westphalia. There are two prominent models of secularism, France model and USA. Now, main and we understood. We understood define, describe, elaborate, contrast, difference, explain, illustrate, enumerate, compare, identify, demonstrate, only state, yes state. Tell me. Only explain, outline, elaborate, define, yes, very first one, define, second one is describe. So these are all the simple directives. Summarize. These are the simple directives. Now, critical directives. What are critical directives? The following directives require you to provide with a critical analysis. The degree of how critical your answers must be is decided by the specific directives. Analyze. First, analyze. Analysis. What is this analyze? What I have to do? Questions that ask you to analyze a particular subject or a topic. Expect a thorough deconstruction of the subject. In other words, this word requires you to break the topic down into its fundamental parts. When you are asked to analyze the relevance of the latest e-commerce policy, you clearly explain the topic in hand. Use substantial facts and arguments to argue for and against the topic and give a conclusion. So, analyze with example I told you. E-commerce policy, positives of e-commerce policy, negatives of e-commerce policy, and you give a conclusion. Analyze means you have to give what is the best choice. Analyze, come up with a not balanced, again I am telling you, not balanced, rational decision, which is best from the both, that is called as analyze. Once you have done this, it's important that you critically, more on this later, examine each part. You need to use important debates and evidences to look in depth at the arguments for and against, as well as how the parts interconnect. What does the evidence suggest? Positives, negatives. Positives evidences, negatives evidences. From both of them, which is most appropriate, that will be the analyze. Sir, critically analyze also the same. Here evidences in the question critically analyze, the evidences should be more. In analyze in simple format, one example you can write and you can give the conclusion. But in critically analysis, more arguments, more example and final conclusion, that is critical analyze. Critical analysis or analyze. Evaluate or critically evaluate. Here you are required to demonstrate the extent to which you agree with a particular argument or hypothesis. Evaluate. It is essential to provide information on both the sides of the debate. Then you must state your position basing your arguments on the evidence that informed you in arriving at your position. Evaluate. Evaluation. When I am evaluating, if it is correct, then I will give correct. If it is wrong, I will tell wrong. Just think, a teacher evaluation. When a teacher is evaluating the answer, if it is correct, he will give the marks. If it is not correct, he will not give the marks and he will mention the comments, why it is wrong. In the same way, evaluation also, evaluate also, critically evaluate also, critically examine also, write the positives, write the negatives, with evidences, with examples, with facts, with evidences, and come to a conclusion which is true, which is most relevant, which is realistic, which is actual, that is what. So, analyze, critically analyze, evaluate, critically evaluate, examine, critically examine. The 6 questions, 6 keywords, what is the answer? Positives, negatives, with evidences, with arguments, with examples, finally concluding the answer with the best answer, with the best conclusion. And that conclusion should not be balanced. Here no need to support the government, remember this. Here now there is no requirement of supporting the government. What is true? That is the best answer. In analyze and evaluate, we have to take a stand at a conclusion. Yes, we have to take a stand. And that stand should not be supporting the government or criticizing the government. That stand should be realistic. That stand should be near to the constitution. That stand should be supporting the constitution of India means what? Realistic, practical, true. Why? Because I know most of the students will thinking that if the government does wrong also, as we are writing the government exam, we have to support the government. That notion is there among the students. That is wrong. If it might be the government, if the policy is wrong, you have to write in your answer that the policy is wrong. Then the evaluator will understand the honesty in you. Citizenship Amendment Act. No consensus has been made by the minorities, because of which it led to lot of communal violence. You can mention it. Yes, the government has been done the mistake by not taking the consensus from the minorities. That is the reason Delhi riots happened in 2020. Nearly 100 people were been died. The government should be more deliberated, more appeased with respect to minorities, then they have to come out with the solution. The government was being made a hurried decision. Don't write hurried decision, but the government was being not deliberated. More deliberations were been absent, more discussions were been absent, more consensus were been absent. If more consensus has been happened, it is good or bad, the people will accept it. Why? Because they contacted. If I contact you and if I take permission from you and if I do negative also, you will not get angry. Why? Because this person told to me. Justify, advocate, justify. Sometimes statements will be given and justify. Justify. With justify question words, you need to explain the basis of your argument by presenting the evidence that informed your outlook in a very convincing way. If a question says that Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir, completes the integration of Kashmir into India, you are expected to justify any stand you take. You need not take the line of the question, just be firm with your argument, strengthen it with evidence and argue for it. Also prove against why the other side is not true. Justify. You can take any statement. Abrogation of Article 370 is correct or abrogation of Article 370 is not wrong, like an argument. This section of people are for Article 370 abrogation, this section of people are against Article 370 abrogation. But you put your own evidence, that is justify. You have to take one stand, either that or this, but not best, but not balanced also, either this or this. It might be justification or this might be advocate, like an advocate. Assess. In the case of assess, You are expected to consider or make an informed judgment. Assess. Evaluator will come. I want to take a loan on this house. I want to mortgage this house and I want to take the loan on this house. So whether I can demand him this much amount I want, or an evaluator will come and he will assess. If I want to mortgage this loan, I want to mortgage this house, and if I want loan, when I went to a bank and I mortgaged it, whether a field officer will come and he will assess the property value, or he will listen what is my value. So we have to assess, means again writing positives, negatives, and assess your opinion. Your opinion. In assess, your opinion will be there. In the case of assess, you are expected to consider or make an informed judgment about the value, strength or weakness of an argument, claim or topic. Questions place particular emphasis on weighing all views concerning the essay subject as opposed to your opinion only. Essentially, you need to convince the reader about the strength of your argument. Using research to back up your assessment of the topic is essential. Highlight any limitations to your argument and remember to mention any counter argument to your position. So you can take your own opinion. Assess. Critically assess your judgment, your opinion. Your opinion, you have to support it, that's it. It can be anything, positive or negative, but once you take a stand, you have to stick to your stand. No balanced answer, no conclusion, no another answer. One answer you have to take in the beginning itself, that is called as assess. Discuss, simple. Positive you will write, negative you will write. Positive you will write and negative you will write, that is called as discuss. Discussed question words typically require an in-depth answer that takes into account all aspects of the debate concerning the topic. You must demonstrate reasoning skills with this type of questions by using evidence to make a case for or against research. Give a detailed examination of the topic by including knowledge of the various perspectives put forward by other scholars in relation to it. What are your thoughts on the subject based on the general debate in the literature? Remember to clearly state your position based on all evidences you present. Discuss. Positives, negatives. In discuss, you can come up with a balanced answer. In discuss, you will come up with a balanced answer. Remember this. Here no assess, here no justification, here no advocate, here no evaluate, here it's only the discuss. Positives and negatives, and you are coming up with a balanced approach. Safe side. Safe side answer is discuss. Examine. Less exploratory and discursive than some other types of questions. They focus instead on asking you to critically examine particular pieces of evidence or facts to inform your analysis. Examine. Examine, give the marks. Write the positives, write the negatives. You are supporting positives, finally you give the positive answer. No need for any balanced answer. Examine. The best answer you will give, that is examination. Critical examine also, same. Positives, negatives, which is correct, that you will take. It is not balanced again. In discuss it is balanced answer, but in examine it is the best answer. To what extent? This asks how far you agree with a proposition put forward in the question. This requires a very in-depth assessment of the topic and especially of the evidence used to present your argument. Such questions require that you display the extent of your knowledge on a given subject and that you also adopt an analytical style in stating your position. This means that you must consider both sides of the argument by presenting contrasting pieces of evidence, but ultimately you must show why a particular set of evidence or piece of information is more valid for supporting your answer. To what extent? To what extent you believe that amendment of triple talaq is valid? To what extent you believe that repealing of farmer laws is a good step by the government of the day? You have to prove the evidences, you have to give the statements, you have to give the examples, you have to give the substantive. Why you are believing so? Why you are feeling so? To what extent? Means a statement which is given, what is your opinion based upon what you are making the opinion. To what extent you are believing that that is correct? You will have answer, no? Your friend is there, your friend bet one person, and you are supporting this person. Then I will come and I will ask, "Hey man, your friend bet that person, that is true. Why you are supporting man? Once upon a time I bet him, so he supported me, now I am supporting him." So the reasoning which we give is to what extent? What made you to support him is to what extent? Comment. It's like giving a commentary, your opinion. Pick out the main points on a subject and give your opinion, reinforcing your point of view using logic and reference to relevant evidence, including any wider reading you have done. Sufis and medical mystic saints fail to modify either the religious ideas and practices or the outward structure of Hindu-Muslim societies to any appreciable extent. Comment. Give positives, negatives, and your opinion. Comment. A commentary. What is happening? This is the positive of the Sufism, Bhaktism. This is the negative of Sufism and Bhaktism. My opinion, my commentary means my opinion. My opinion should not be balanced. Which is this one or? Comment. That is a keyword. Critically evaluate, critically analyze, critically examine. Critically is a strong word. Will warrant an assertive response, will warrant and strong response that details the extent to which you agree or disagree with argument. Critically analyze means nothing. We think that critical means criticism. Positives and negatives and your stand with a strong evidence, with strong argument, with a strong evidence, that is critically. Stronger version of examine is critically examine. Stronger version of evaluate is critically evaluate. So positives will be there, negatives will be there. For the three, critically evaluate, critically analyze, critically examine. The key to tackling these question words is providing ample evidence to support your claims. Lot of evidence, stronger evidences. Ensure that your analysis is balanced by shedding light on and presenting a critique of alternative perspectives. It is also important that you present extensive evidence taken from varying range of sources. State your conclusion clearly and state the reasons for this conclusion, why you are taking that conclusion. Drawing on factors and evidence that informed your perspective. Also try to justify your position in order to present a convincing argument to the reader. Critically examine the Supreme Court judgment on National Judicial Appointment Commission Act 2014 with reference to appointment of judges of higher judiciary in India 2017. First, what is National Judicial Appointment Commission? What is the introduction, structure of NJAC? Then why NJAC should be there, why NJAC should not be there. Now you will come up with your own opinion, and that opinion should also have your evidence. Again you have to give the evidence, but the evidence which you gave earlier should not be the same in the conclusion. New evidence you have to provide. Means exhaustive. When you do exhaustive reading only you can give the evidence. Got it? See, first present the judgment, put forward your opinion on the judgment and substantiate it, mention the opposite argument and highlight the drawbacks of the argument, conclude by giving your firm opinion on the what is the judgment, put forward your opinion on the judgment and substantiate it, mention the opposite argument and highlight the drawbacks of the argument. People will believe that this is good, but no. These are for critical evaluate same, for critically evaluate same, for critically analyze same, for critically examine same. Either we can write all positives or all the negatives. It means we are going to see the question in one side. No, comment. Yeah, we are going to write positives, we are going to write the negatives. We will write negatives, we will write positives, and we will give the comment whether it is positive is correct or negative is correct. See, it's like giving a commentary. So these are the keywords, very, very important keywords. A quick revision I will do. Define what we discussed up to now. Define, describe, elaborate, explain, explore, clarify or elucidate, state, identify, demonstrate, substantiate, enumerate, estimate, illustrate, outline, summarize, compare, contrast, differentiate, critical directives, analyze, evaluate, justify or advocate, review or examine, assess, discuss, examine, to what extent, comment and critically evaluate, critically examine and critically evaluate. All the directives we completed. All the directives we discussed. So I recommend you to watch the recorded video once again. So in this way, if you use your directive, you can write a very good answer. Yeah, see, it's about your, it depends upon the question. For example, triple talaq, 10 marker, to the point, general essay, you can take anecdote, like that. Introduction will be varying, we cannot keep same, depends upon the question.